to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today I just wanted to kind of touch bases with you all, let you know where I've been. I know that it's been a while. It's been a few weeks since you've seen a video from me. I didn't quit. I haven't run off or anything like that, but I was just in the midst of moving. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. So I made up my mind in December of 2020 that by June or July 2021, I was going to be out of the state of Indiana and I was going to move to Houston, Texas. Well, I'm here. I've been here now for a week, a little over a week. I moved here on the 15th of July, and so far it's been very humbling for me. I never really paid attention to what all would be like asked of me in order to make this move and to create my new life a reality. You know, from having to ask for help, I'm one of the people who I don't like to ask for help. I do enjoy helping other people, but when it comes to myself, it's really hard for me to ask for help. And this situation moving here has been a blessing, but it's also been a state of humbling for me. I moved here and I had doors open for me as far as friends and family who stay here. They've all been so helpful, all been very kind and very loving, and I appreciate that a lot. So I've been here, but my issue is that I don't know how to slow down. I got here and I'm like, okay, now I need to find a job, which I was promised a job, but they played a lot of games with me, you guys. So I had a job. I moved here on the promise that I could start a job on the 19th, but they played me to the left so bad. And so I'm at the drawing board again and I don't have a job. Yay me. So that's okay though. It's such a blessing because it was just a temporary job. It was just something that was just going to help me get on my feet. But you know, with me trusting God for this opportunity to start my life over, to be in a new position, to be somewhere different than what I've been used to, and somewhere that I can flourish and grow in, since I've already outgrown Indiana. So you know, at first I was very discouraged and I was upset because I mean, who wouldn't be? You moved thousands of miles away, and well, 1,000 miles away, and then they tell you, oh, well, you know, you can start to say your date has changed and this and this and this is going on, and they're constantly giving you, you know, the runaround about a job that you thought you had secured. And then you get here and it's a total different story. It's very discouraging. But like I said, God has something so much better for me, and I just have to learn how to be patient. Since I've been here, I've been applying for jobs and I've been getting interviews, and unfortunately some of them have been more temp positions, and I've just interviewed for one that is permanent through a hospital. There was another one I interviewed for that was permanent through a hospital as well, but they were requiring, you know, the vaccines and things like that, which I'm not comfortable with right now. But this new one that I interviewed for today, so far that's not their requirement. So you know, I just put it in God's hands. I know that when you step out on faith, nothing is going to ever go the way that you have envisioned it in your mind. In my head, I already had a job. I was going to get here, maybe stay with friends and family for a week or two, and then be out on my own, get me an apartment. But if it was that simple, everybody would have faith. which we all should have faith. But everybody would do it. It would be so easy to say, okay, that, you know, you make your mind up and you have faith it's going to happen, and it happens that way. If that's not the way that faith with God works. He tests us sometimes, all the time actually, and we just have to learn how to remain, you know, in a space where we can still trust Him. And you know, I've cried, I felt so angry, I felt sad, I felt afraid. You know, I've had so many emotions since I've been here. Sorry guys, but it's hard, you know, because I'm a mom and I've been used to working and used to, you know, having everything in order for myself, and now I'm in a situation where I have to depend on other people. So I'm very grateful for that though, because I needed that. I needed to be able to know that God's got me, and that He's going to put people in my path to help me to reach the goals that He has for me. And He's showing me like I need to stop just solely depending on myself and solely depending on Him. I mean, yes, I'm supposed to, but also God sends people in the flesh as well to help you, and you can't always push them away and, you know, say, oh, you know, I'm just gonna pray about it, when He's giving you someone who can help you. So, and that was my problem. So now that I'm in a situation where I have to depend on other people, I have to trust God's process for my life. It is very rewarding in a sense, because I'm learning a new skill that I needed to be polished. I mean, I have the skill obviously, but I don't like using it. I don't like asking for help, even if help is available. So through this whole process, I'm learning to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Sometimes you just need it, and I'm learning that nothing is going to go. Nothing's going to play out the way that you want it to play out just because you want it to play out that way. God is an amazing God, and He loves us all. Whatever your belief is, you know, I'm not trying to impose it on you, but for me, He loves us all, and He wants us all to do phenomenal things, but He has to build you to do that. You know, He has to build your character. He has to build your morals. He has to build your desire and your thirst to know Him and to trust Him, and the thirst to get whatever it is that you're trying to get. So with that being said, you know, I'm being built right now. It's like I'm a newborn just birthed out the womb here, you know, in Houston now, because it's all new. It's brand new. I've never lived here before. I came to visit for less than a week, and that was it. And now I'm here. Now this is home. So I'm fresh, and I can't do all the things I had established in Indiana here in Texas, because it's not my time yet. God has to prepare me and get me ready for what Texas has to offer me, and to get me on that path that I need to be on, that in order to reach the blessings that He has for my life and the goals that He has for me, and in order to make an impact the way that He wants me to make an impact. And, you know, that's something I have to learn to get out of, because I'm so used to, I know I can do this, I know I can go there, I know there's jobs over here, there's apartments over there, you know, I know where everything is in Indiana, and I know how to work through what I had. But here in Texas, I don't have that, because I'm new, I'm fresh, I'm learning everything. I'm in kindergarten right now. Actually, I'm in preschool right now. You know, so this is God just taking me through doing what I have to do in order to get that life that I have and I know God has for me. I see it. I can visualize it. I can feel it. I can see my new friends. I can see my new home. I can do all that stuff. But right now, I have to continue working on my faith, because this is the test that I have to pass in order to get to the next level. And right now, you know, I passed the biggest test. Like, I just jumped out there and I made this move without really knowing what I was doing. I just did it. And God also blessed me with somebody, you know, a dear friend of mine, to help me to make this move as well. So he helped me. He put everything in alignment for me. And it's still aligned, because I have a roof over my head. Before I moved here, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stay in a hotel, because I saved up money to do so. But God said no. He said no. And He's put people on my path who are very loving, caring people, in order to allow me and my child to stay here, and my dog. So, you know, He's working things out, and instead of getting angry, I'm choosing to find peace, and I'm choosing to find happiness, and I'm choosing to continue to trust in Him and to allow Him to guide me to where He's trying to take me. Because, you know, if I just focus on what I feel I can control, which I can't control, what human nature, you feel you can control getting a job, you feel you can control finding somewhere to live and stuff like that, you don't have any control. Sometimes you just have to sit back and realize that you do not have the control you think you have over your own life, and your belief, your higher power, is who has that control, who has the power to get you from point A to point B, all the way to point Z. So, you know, right now, it's bittersweet, but I'm pushing through it, and I still encourage anybody who has the desire to move states to do it. You know, it doesn't have to be somewhere like I moved. I moved to a huge city. You can move to Oklahoma if you want to, but if you have that desire to do it, know that that desire comes from a higher power. There's a reason you have that desire. There's a reason you're feeling pulled some type of way to move somewhere. So trust it, and know that once you make that step, your trust is going to have to triple. You're going to have to lean on your higher power. You're going to have to build that trust. You're going to have to be patient, learn to listen. And that doesn't mean listen to everybody else around you, but listen to your higher power speaking to you. You have to learn how to trust that and believe it. Lean on that promise, because your higher power, for me, again, is God. So God and Jesus did not put this desire into me, push me here, and it said, oh, well, figure it out on your own. There's a reason. There's a reason I didn't get that first job, even though it was promised to me through man. God has something so much better for me. And you have to know that too. Things are not going to go the way that you see it in your mind. The way that you want it to go in your mind is not going to go that way. And you have to learn to be okay with it and trust the process and have faith that maybe you didn't get the job. Maybe you really felt like that job was one that you really, really wanted. You didn't get it, but know that your higher power has something aligned so much greater than that. So much greater. Even if the pay is a little less, it could be something as far as benefits. You may be able to get into that company and be promoted, but you just never know until you just trust, and you trust the process, and you just lean on God. You lean on your higher power, and you trust that they're going to get you through it. So, you know, for me, this is a learning experience, but it's also my testimony. You know, I came here happy and joyful and ecstatic, afraid, of course, because who wouldn't be afraid? Somewhere new is huge. But I came here on a promise made by man. and a hope. But Jesus brought me here on a promise made by him and made by God. So I'm still okay. I know I'm sounding a little down. I'm not like all excited and stuff. And your friend is okay. But I wanted this just to be a check-in to let you guys know what was going on, and to also just to keep you updated and encouraged on, if you're making a decision like I'm making. Single moms, I'm a single mom too, and here I am. So don't get discouraged and think that you can't do something because it doesn't make sense, or it's hard, or you don't know how to do it. Just keep faith. Keep your faith. Pray. Meditate. Manifest whatever you do, but do it and don't lose that vision. Don't lose that promise. Don't lose what you feel you've been called to do. And also just stay encouraged. Surround yourself with people who will encourage you, and also encourage yourself. Don't just lean on everybody else for encouragement and positive words. You should be speaking that over yourself anyway, every day. Like I tell myself, positive things. You're a smart woman. You did this. You made a huge move. You stepped out on faith. God's got you. Your blessings are coming. Always reconfirm that in yourself, so then you'll stay encouraged to do what you feel and that you need to do, and to keep your faith and believe and trust, and not give up. Don't give up on it, because I could easily say, I'm going back home. I can't do it. I could just throw in the towel already because it's uncomfortable, but I'm not. I know right now it does suck living in a one bedroom, not a one bedroom apartment, but you're in a one bedroom. You guys see what I'm trying to say. My friends had an extra bedroom and they let me use that bedroom. There you go. So, and I'm in here with my daughter and my dog, and we're living out of our bags of clothes. So it's tough coming from a full 2-bedroom apartment of your own and having a job and everything to having nothing. So, it's tough, but I promise you it's worth it. I did what God asked me to do. I'm here, and it's only up from here. And I keep reminding myself that it's only up from here. I made the hardest decision to be obedient to what I felt I was being called by God to do. For whatever reason, I did it. I'm here, and it's only up from here. You have to have that same attitude too. Make sure that you're encouraged and keeping yourself encouraged, and giving yourself mercy. Like my friend told me today, I need to learn to give myself grace and mercy. God's gave it to me already, but it doesn't make a difference if I'm not giving it to myself. So, word of encouragement, and, I just hope the best for you all, and know that I'm okay. It's just me wanting my way, but I have to learn to do things God's way. And this is what God has for me right now. So instead of pouting about it, being upset about it, I'm going to rejoice in it and thank him along the way, and encourage somebody else, because when you're walking with God, when you're walking with Jesus, the walk is not easy. So get it out your head now. If you think that the walk is easy, you're going to be highly disappointed once you decide to make this journey, because it's not easy. It requires a lot of trust and believing in the things that's not seen, believing in the things that sounds crazy to people. It's insane, but that's what this walk is about. And so, you know, that's me. That's what I'm going through. And I still have my faith. I refuse to let it go because I know the promises that God has given me. And they're probably even bigger than what I even think. Because right now, I'm only thinking from a human standpoint and what I believe I deserve. But God tells me I deserve so much more than what I'm allowing myself to believe. So it's only a matter of time. It's only up from here. Only a matter of time before I have my great job that pays me great money and a house for my daughter and I and our little dog and new friends and marriage or whatever God has for me. You know, it's only a matter of time. And, you know, I'll be back to my happy self, which I'm still happy. It's just, again, it's just getting discouraged part, but you can't do that. You can't have courage and discourage at the same time and expect it to blossom. You can't. You have to choose one. And so because of that, I'm choosing to have courage because I know I have two great higher powers that stand behind me every single day. And they're angels that watch over me and my daughter every single day. So that's where I've been. I was hoping to be able to do this video and just be like, oh my gosh, guys, I moved to Houston and I have this great apartment and let me take you with me to find apartments, and, you know, things were just falling in line and, you know, all perfectly. Isn't that what we all want? Perfect. You know, in our human minds, it's like that's ideal, but it's not realistic. And so I decided, you know, at first I was like, well, maybe I'll wait before I do a video. I'll wait until I get my own place because, you know, I'm just in this small room, you know, and then it's just awkward. Like I'm not all decorative and all that. I have all the fancy stuff going on right now. But I was like, you know, I just felt it. So I felt like that was God telling me I just need to get on here and be real with y'all. That's what's going on right now. That's where I'm at. But things are working out for me. Even though I can't see it, they're being worked out for me. And for anybody else who's going through the same thing, know that you don't have to see the work being worked out for you in order to believe that it is. So again, believe in your higher power and know that you deserve greatness and you're going to get it. And you don't have to, you know, be discouraged, because if the longer you stay in discouragement, the longer you wait for the blessings that's coming your way, that's trying to get to you. Blessings don't come to discouraged people. You got to stay encouraged. And I encourage you all to do what your heart is telling you to do. If it's to get a new job or move to a different state, whatever it is, I don't really care. It's not my business. Whatever you're going through and you feel you need to make a change on, or you're being called to make a change on it, do it, because the blessings in the end are so much greater than what you have right now, and they will be so much greater. And even though it seems hard, things that's worth having are always worth fighting for. So you just need to fight through it. And that's what I do every day. I get up and I fight through it. I get up, I put in more applications. You know, I get up and I thank God because I'm here. I'm here. I'm positioned where He wants me to be to, you know, to start thriving. But my seed is just being watered right now. I have to wait. You don't plant a seed and then water it one time and boom, you have a tree or you have a plant. That doesn't happen. So think of yourself when you're making a change for your life, whether, you know, you had to do it or something you finally gave in and decided to do. You know, know that in that moment, once you made that change, whether it was to get out of a relationship, to get out of a marriage, to have kids, or whatever, that's the moment that a seed for your life has been planted. And God is going to continue to water it. And you have to be patient and allow yourself to sprout. at that point, you know, once you start to sprout, that's when you'll see the reasons why things wasn't coming to you the way you wanted them to be. You know, sometimes we have to be hidden in order to be let out the right time, because God knows that if he releases you and he lets you sprout at the wrong time, you're probably going to do things that is out of his will, or you're going to do things that is going to jeopardize the blessings that he has for you. So I really do hope that this resonated with somebody, and that, you know, that you can take my testimony and where I am currently, you know, as some encouragement, and to know you don't have to be afraid. You don't. You even, like, whatever you have in your mind right now, just let it go. Just let it go. Let it go and trust in the process. Trust in your higher power, and trust you're going to be okay. So, as usual, if you guys have anything to say, if you have any questions, or if you'd like to add anything to what I had to say, definitely drop them in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't. Like my video if you liked it, and if you would like more content like this, just a little chit chat. But yeah, I love to hear what you all had to say. Words of encouragement is always appreciated. And encourage one another, love one another. Know that you know, making life changes is difficult, but you will be okay, especially if you're doing it with the promises of your higher power, with you know, with obedience to your higher power. It'll all work out. It may not be when you want it, but I promise it's going to be there on time. So we will talk next time. I'll try to stay more up to date with my, stay more up with my videos, but it's not promised, because like I said, I'm busy trying to find a job and everything, but I will try to find time to talk to you all, and, you know, talk to me too. I love to talk, as you guys can see I'm a talker, but yeah, let me know what you think, and we will talk next time. Bye.